So with CinemaCon 2023 wrapped up, one of the things that came out of there was Napoleon, which is Ridley Scott's new movie. And I gotta tell you, this is one of my most anticipated movies of the future, especially hearing the buzz and the excitement around this movie. You know, Ridley Scott to me he's one of my favorite directors. And yeah, he, of course, just like any director out there, not every movie that he's created is perfect. I think that, every director is going to have stuff that, may not be critically acclaimed or not everybody agrees with. And so for me personally, Napoleon is one that is I think of some of his other movies like Gladiator. I think of, Exodus, Gods and Kings. And obviously I'm hoping that it's more like a Gladiator style movie than Exodus, because I wasn't a massive fan of Exodus, even though I think somewhat it was a misunderstood title. I don't, it just wasn't, in my opinion, whether you want to think of it from the perspective of, his take on Moses and all that stuff was real or not, or a lot of it was kind of fabricated. I look at movies like, and I think that Ridley Scott, a number of his films have been a little bit misunderstood, but I wasn't a massive fan of it. Gladiator 2 obviously is coming out. Very excited about that, even though I really hope it doesn't, because it's such a classic, I just hope that they knock it out of the park and it's, there isn't it doesn't leave a stain essentially on this, on that first unbelievable, one of the greatest films ever made. That being said, Napoleon, I don't know, there's obviously, I'm not a historian. I don't know tons of, information in history about Napoleon, but from what I have read, it sounds like there were some very brutal battles and things of that nature that he was involved in. And so I will say that this movie has risen very high for me, to one of, like I said, one of my most anticipated movies of the future. And I think that Ridley Scott, this is right down his alley. I mean, when you really think about Ridley Scott style movies, there's no one else on the planet that you want to create this type of movie than Ridley Scott. He is that guy when it comes to these types of historical massive battles. I think he's going to absolutely crush this thing, and I cannot wait to see what Napoleon is like, especially what came out of CinemaCon. But what do you guys think about it, guys? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I appreciate you guys joining me for another episode of directed by The Josh Wentz Show. And I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive. And as always, I'll talk to you guys all in the next one. Peace.